Welcome to the Sci-Fi Invasion. I'm your host, Joey Hollywood, and I'm trying to get through all 50 movies in this Sci-Fi Classics box set from Mill Creek in 50 weeks. The movie I watched today was Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet. I've seen this movie before on a Sci-Fi Invasion box set. I actually dug this out of my DVD collection. I've never gotten rid of this because I've always really liked a lot of the movies. There's 2 volumes of it, each with 4 movies each. And these movies really stuck out in my mind. Probably the first time I saw some of these movies. I believe this was the first time I saw The Wasp Woman, and this was the first time I saw Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet. Basil Rathbone is in this, apparently, although I couldn't tell you really where. There was an actor who I thought was Basil Rathbone. I was like, oh, he looks like Sherlock Holmes. And then I realized he was actually one of the Russian actors that was dubbed over. That's on me for not paying, I guess, 100% attention to this movie. But this movie has an interesting history itself. It was originally a Russian film called Planet of Storms, I believe. And it was brought to America, and I believe it might have been Roger Corman. It was someone turned it into 2 different films. And this is one of them. We'll be covering the second of these 2 versions next week. This movie is very interesting to me because it has a lot of creative set pieces in it. It's a B movie through and through, but it's a very creative B movie. I can't help but be, impressed by a lot of the miniatures in it. There's always something happening. Every 10 minutes there is something happening. It is a disaster flick, it's an adventure flick. There's some pretty hard sci-fi elements in it. And what can I say? It's interesting. It seems like a B movie that was fun to make. It's a B movie that's fun to watch. I gotta mention the miniatures at the beginning of the movie. There's a space station that looks incredible for what it is. There is, when they get to the planet, there are people in dinosaur costumes hopping around. There's a sequence that takes place entirely underwater, and the way they accomplished the effect was they put what I can assume is an aquarium in front of the camera, so it looks like, and they're moving like this, so it's a solid effect. And a lot of the stuff works. It's a visually interesting movie. The plot of it is they go to this planet to rescue another team, and as they try to meet, there is a lot of things that happen along the way. One team has a big robot named John, and they're trying, and the stuff they go through is pretty interesting too. There's a big set piece where they're trapped in lava, and the robot's, dragging them along on the shoulders, and suddenly the robot goes self-preservation mode, engaged, must release weight, and it's trying to throw the astronauts off its shoulders into the lava to save itself. This is a movie that's ripe for a remake. The other team, they fight giant pterodactyls that fly in the sky with their submarine boat car. There's also an element where one character has a rock that he just likes this rock. And at the end of the movie, when they're trying to get off the planet as quickly as possible, he's breaking something open with the rock that he found, and it snaps in half, and there's an engraved image of a woman's face in the rock, proving that there's life on this planet. And they take off, and the ending, as the ship takes off, a woman walks out from the shadows and reaches out towards the heavens. And it seems like the kind of movie, I said this before, but it seems like the kind of movie that's ripe for a remake. It's got a lot of interesting things in it. It's fun to watch. There is negatives to it though, because it also feels very incomplete because they used the Russian film to make 2 movies. So there's scenes missing from this that it kind of feels like you're just thrown into a scene and you're like, whoa, what's going on? And I haven't seen the Russian version. It's out there with subtitles, so I might check that out eventually. It does suffer from that a little bit, but it's really short. It's an hour and 10 minutes. It's a breeze watch. I recommend this one. It's fun. It's fun on your own. It's fun with friends. Give it a watch. I recommend it. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember, please be kind and rewind.